Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Premif Academy, a channel where we inspire minds and we ignite greatness. Today, we have a very special guest in our Miss Esther Labi, first class graduate, whose story is a powerful testimony of resilience, faith, and focus. She went from facing intimidation, depression, and frustration to actually graduating with flying colors, all while staying true to her faith. So if you've ever been underestimated, mocked for your convictions, or told your dreams are impossible, well, this episode is just for you. So let's dive right in. You're welcome, Ma, to the show.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a privilege and an honor to be here with you today.
So what was your university experience like? Did you ever imagine graduating with a first class from the beginning?
Okay, from the very beginning, I just had in mind that it's a whole new chapter. While I was in secondary school, I was just a little above average. So I used to admire those who are doing very well, the top flyers and everything. So initially, I had in mind that I'm coming here, it's a new phase for me. I want to be like the persons I used to admire. I want to be among the top. But then, while I was just having that mindset, I had a mentor who was like, aim for first class. He kept pushing me like, you should aim for first class continuously. So yes, that was the pull and the drive that started the whole first class journey for me.
Wow. Wow. By the way, audience, it's actually a coincidence that we're putting on the same plot. It's unplanned. Your story shows that you faced intimidation, depression, frustration. So at what point when did you start facing this intimidation and mockery on your journey?
Okay, so let's start with my 100 level days. My 100 level days was the time I faced intimidation. As a Christian, one thing that you should do whenever you get into any phase of your life is making yourself known as a Christian, like carrying the identity as a Christian. It's easy to carry the identity in the church, but when you go to the secular world, it's quite a little harder. So, first of all, not just by your words, your dressing shows that you are a Christian. So, by the time I entered the university walls, I met it. I was just walking past the hall, my department. And some guys were in the front of the class and they were like, redeemed sister. Men and brethren. I could not raise up my head. It was that serious, like, because for me it was new. It was new, you've always been around church, around the school where you are forced to be modest. Now it's by choice. So when they were saying those things, I was like, what's the difference what's the big deal about my dressing? Like, why would you have to point out? Funny enough, I'm not even redeemed. Like, why are you doing this? It was strange for me. I began to compare myself with others, the way they dressed, how they looked. People were dressing to impress, showing off what they had and everything. So that changed my perception about my own self. And I became intimidated. I struggled with inferiority complex. But it got to a time whereby, in your personal devotion with God, hearing what God says about you, seeing yourself the way God sees you, it changes your perception that you can boldly close your eyes to what people are saying. Another thing that brought about intimidation, mockery, was when I began to stand against examination malpractice. People like, you want to get first, you want to be the best. And I was teaching them, sharing knowledge. I hold classes, I'm teaching my classmates and everything. But the fact that I would go to the examination hall and not open my book was a big deal. And there was a time where I was in final year and they posted the names of those that, that there is no way that they are going to compromise in the hall. And they put my name out there in the group chat. They're like, oh, Esther, those kind of things happen. But my stand with God, my faith in God, my communication and communion with God was my backing that, you know why you're doing this. It would have been so easy to gain friends by compromising, changing how I dress. Who's going to flog you in school? Changing now what I'm doing in the hall. Who is going to beat you? Who is going to come and crucify you? It's not your knowledge. But my faith has got my backing and my stronghold, yes.
Wow, powerful. I'm already getting inspired. You also mentioned about going through depression and frustration. So can you tell us about that phase? What was it like mentally, emotionally?
I began to experience depression at a point whereby my health was getting in school, actually in the 200 level precisely.
Okay.
my health was caving in, and we had a crash program because we had to finish up our 200 level semester work in haste in order to meet up with the Badagry curriculum for the next year. So this was 2021 when we were doing our 200 level, 2021, 2022, early years of 2022. So my health was caving in. I had so much to meet up with. And then I was challenged to do more for God, more of my consecration to God. I was the president of our departmental fellowship at that time. And trying to balance all this up with my health and the demands from school. And, it was quite depressing. There was a lot on me. And in the rush of trying to get a balance, I was missing some classes, I was missing tests. And I heard people making this comment that, oh, because you did so well in 100 level, now you are now becoming comfortable. That's why you are missing out from so much. It wasn't intentional. So hearing those comments too pushed me into a state of, depression. And another thing I'm going to mention is my mentor always told me, said, Esther, it is easy to start a good journey, but it is quite hard to finish well. And that thought alone became like pressure, added pressure to me, like, can you finish well? You just started and now you're already having so many flaws in the midst of this your journey. So everything was putting me under pressure. I was getting depressed. So one thing that helped me then was my consecration to God. In summary of everything, to be frank, having a personal communion with God is going to help you pass through a lot in life's journey. So I went for this Impact, GCK Impact. I think it was Impact 1.0.
By
And
Pastor Dominic Kumi.
Yes. And Pastor Dominic Kumi was emphasizing on the letters IMPACT. It was the second day, it was the night. I remember Jesus was putting on the red suit. And the message that it was moving from mediocrity to mastery. It was a whole new phase for me, trying to cope with a whole new system. Though I was already in 200 level, I was having a lot of difficulties, and depression was putting me down. So it was preaching on moving from mediocrity to mastery. I was moving from just being above average in secondary school to become one of the high flyers in my class, which was quite hard for me. And that day just preached, and he told us about the possibility of it, making up your mind and everything. That day from church, I prayed. I prayed at my heart. I cried. I told God of my heart. I went home. I was singing. At home, I was singing. I prayed and prayed through. I broke out from depression. I broke out. And my result that semester was one of the best I've ever had, like throughout. It was a total breakthrough for me. So in the midst of trying to overcome life challenges in school and the demands it may bring to you, you should never neglect the place of fellowship and your communication with God. Yes.
Wow. Talking about spiritual life, how were you able to balance your academic activities and spiritual activities such as preaching, going to classes, and how were you able to find the balance?
Okay. In my university days, yes, like you mentioned, preaching, spiritual activities, even church, and being the president of the departmental fellowship then, and meeting up with so many responsibilities. I would say balance came from concentration, priority. There's what we call scale of preference.
Yeah.
What are the things that are most important to you right now? You do those things first. And I was able to meet up with the different demands because I was able to prioritize the things that are most important to me at that particular time in my university days. I wasn't engaged in going for birthday parties or distractions here and there, social media engagements that would, deter my mind from what I'm in school for. I was focused. You're here to study, you're here to focus on God, you're here to fulfill your responsibility to those you are leading. So that's focus, prioritization, setting a scale of preference, those things really helped me. I'll mention this. When I was in 300 level, the activities were choking, actually, truthfully. But I found that I was able to have enough time. First of all, like I said, prioritization matters. What you prioritize is very important. And another thing I would say is early mornings will also help in things like that. They also helped me. Early mornings, waking up very early, starting your day on time. The things that you cannot do at night, you push them back to your mornings, the things that you just your free time investing them. Those things really helped me. Yeah, to gain balance.
So, did people ever label you as being too spiritual, and then how do you handle that perception people had about you?
Yes, they labeled me very spiritual. Mommy Jill. Only, it's normal. Like, even if they don't, Mommy Jill was a name. It was like, if you say no to some things, Mommy Jill, sometimes I didn't find it funny. I wanted people to just see me as a normal, person, but Mommy Jill was everywhere.
Wow.
And as I said, you cannot run away from it. It's definitely bound to come.
So we are sitting down with a mommy J.
Oh no, no, please. Introduce me as Miss Esther. I prefer that, please. So it happened. It really happened. But if you know that your identity is with God,
Mhm.
embrace it.
Wow.
Don't run from it. Embrace it. But the beautiful thing is that even when they want to gather for prayers, they will call you, come and lead us in prayers, come and pray for us, come and teach us. That's the beautiful thing. So for me, I realized that they respected me. As funny as it sounded with Momijio's name, I gained the respect of my classmates by standing on what I believed. If you let me, yeah, there's something they cannot bring to my table. Don't even try this one. And I embraced my identity in Christ. I didn't want to run away from it. If I went away from it, it would be so easy for me to compromise. So I began to embrace it. It was a very, very beautiful experience, actually.
Wow. So can you share a particular moment of prayer that actually helped you during your low points?
Yes. In my low points, all I would say, first of all, is what you surround yourself with matters a lot. For me, in the time of depression, when I was going through hard depression, I was never walking through the workers' meeting while I was going through those hard times. I was walking to the workers' meeting. And I was just thinking, our exam people had just come out. I wasn't ready for the exams, and I was quite worried. How am I going to cope? Then there was this two lines from a song that came to my mind. Is anything too hard for me? Is it ever too late for me?
Wow.
This song by Ada Edi Cheta. That those two lines kept ringing in my head. Is anything too hard for me? Is it ever too late for me? And consistently, the battles I was going through were spiritual, and God was in the midst of it. He understood every bit of it. So that song reminded me that God was with me in that battle, and I just need to lean onto Him and not be depressed. Lean onto Him. He has my answers. So that really helped me a lot.
Beyond prayers and spiritual activities, what practical steps did you take to maintain your study habits and to come out with a first class?
Okay. My study habit wasn't static, wasn't stereotype. I can't tell you that I was always doing TDB, things like that. I can't tell you that I was always studying, going to library
By TDB, I guess you mean
till daybreak.
Okay.
Yes.
For our audience that might not know
Okay.
TDB.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, no, I didn't have a static time. It depended on what I was, how the state of mind or on the courses I was studying was. That was what, interchanged my study life. For 100 level, I think what I was doing was consistent daily studying. Don't let any notes that was given in class pass out without a revision.
Wow.
You revise it till the thing sticks in your head. Revise the courses, revise the grammar, revise the steps till it sticks. Every day, I was going through my notes. And the thing is that your 100 level work is not as bulky as 400 level. So it's a progressive stage. 400 level, so day-to-day study was working for me. I was still with my elder sister who knew she was a master of TDB. Like, she would read from night till the next day.
Wow.
So for me, no. I would sleep and wake up. I would sleep and wake up. So the only thing while she's doing her TDB, I'll follow her to night class and she's doing her TDB. I'll carry this logic. I'm reading. When I'm tired, I will sleep. I wake up again, she's still reading. I'll carry it again. That was how I was going to finish that book as big as it was. I was going to finish it.
Wow.
So for 200 level, it was day-to-day studying. Like day-to-day studying, sit down there and study. Go ahead of that was the kind of studying I was doing. For 300 level, I had to use my free time a lot, not just day-to-day. Break time, free time, not like times that I'm not engaged, I'm on my books studying. Past questions helped me a lot, like going through past questions, teaching others.
Wow.
From 20 level and 100 level, I was already teaching others. Found that teaching others actually helped me to rehearse my own knowledge. Then another thing is when you set questions for yourself, you answer your past questions like you're in the exam hall. Yes, asking others questions too. If you don't know it, open your mouth and ask people that don't know it. 100 level, 20 level, 30 level, I wasn't a night reader. I was in audios. I'll record myself, I'll read through my notes because I studied a language course. I'll read it in French and I'll go in English too. Then I'll explain to myself, try and pull my vocabularies personally. So while I'm doing other things, I'm listening to the audio of what I've read because you're busy. It's not every time you may sit down. Sometimes you may be busy doing other things, but let your mind be reminded of what you are supposed to be doing. Your academics is a big part of you. And another thing okay, that was for 100 level, 200 level, and 300 level. For 400 level, my coursework flew over the roof. 400 level, they will not teach you. They will summarize the work for you and ask you, do you have questions? But actually, they will come to class. It was a very thick course. They will come to class. Any questions? So we didn't even have the outline. Questions from where? So majority of us had to go online. We had to go and get past questions. There was a course that the lecturer did not come to class.
Wow.
This man still set questions. What?
From where?
I'm telling you.
He didn't
When
come
we
to
saw the
class.
paper, we're like, so this man had the mind.
Wow.
They did not send you.
Wow.
You are the one that wrote to the school. The school gave you admission. You should be grateful.
Okay. No, that's not fair. No. That's not. Well, but that's the situation we find in the system.
Yes, it was very disheartening. Now look at it, but like, can you be this wicked? Can you be this wicked? But when the exam comes, you cannot say they did not teach you. Then they will not cancel it. It's a lie. You will answer. So you have to be wiser. So the thing that I did was ask questions, go online and study. Thank God there was this app, POE app, and my friend introduced me to. It had different bots whereby you can ask different questions, answer, do your own research, go different countries, culture and civilization. It is wide, it is vast, but if you put your mind to it, you can get it. You know, it was in 400 level I began to do TDB till daybreak. You sit down in the evening, you are studying, you cover yourself because there's no.
Very important.
So you're reading from the evening, time is counting, you don't even know the time is counting. Till the very next morning, then you prepare, pray, you do your own, then you rush to the examination hall. So I think from 400 level I began till daybreak study. Yes, and so like you observe now, instead I was doing day to day, I was teaching others and everything. But it got to a time whereby the work was so vast. I had to sit and do it till daybreak, back to back. Not just in the night, even in the day, you're still reading. As I go to the hall, you're still reading. So my reading pattern changed a lot.
So that means a student needs to be adaptable and flexible.
Very adaptable, very flexible. You cannot tell how your curriculum is going to be the next semester.
And it also goes along to even those that listen to us now that are not students, but they have a goal. You just have to be flexible, adaptable to change plans as.
Yes, because many persons will say, "Oh, I don't have time." You know, before I used to have time, but now I don't. You have to change your methods. For me, when I found out that sitting down and just reading may not really work for me, I began to make audios and make videos, reading and teaching and hearing it, so that it will sink. Sometimes you read it, you don't understand. You read action 10 times. You don't understand. Make audios. Remind yourself again. Write notes. Yes.
Wow. Thank you very much for that practical insights.
Thank you very
What
much.
did you do with pressure, distraction, social media, and the rest of them? How did you do with all this stuff to come
Okay.
out with a first class in this our current education system where you have a lot of distractions? How were you able to settle down and focus?
Okay. I would say this. In 100 level, 200 level, and 300 level, I don't know how God blessed me. I was so focused that social media was not a problem. I just had my mind on my books. I just had my mind on what you are doing now. Phone was not really a big deal. If I'm on my phone, I'm going through French videos that are going to help me harness my French fluency. So it was in 400 level that I issue came up. Like social media was a distraction for me. Because let's say we had this break because of the strike. So I got a bit distracted. How did I do that? You know, you have to put your body under, like bring it, drag it into subjection.
Self-discipline.
Self-discipline by all means. Thank you. For me, that was when I learned to put my phone away. Yes, I want to study. I would save my notes. I would save my notes in my phone. Not just put my phone away, put my phone on airplane mode. Like airplane mode from any social media notifications or distractions. And when I put my phone on airplane mode, whenever I'm doing my phone, I'm going through notes that I've saved already in my phone. I don't have to be online to study. But if I'm online to study, notification will come and deter my mind from what I'm supposed to be doing at that moment.
True.
So I'm putting my mind on my materials. I'm focusing my mind on what I want to do in school and what is most important to me. And now, whenever I come online, I'm dedicating that time to the important things. Okay, you have this responsibility, you have to reach out to this person. If not, airplane mode, back to study again. And it really helps me push my mind to what is most important to me. So my advice to others who are struggling with social media, you can opt for hard copy of your materials other than soft copies. If your phone is going to be a big distraction to you, social media engagement is going to be a big distraction to you, opt for hard copy materials. You don't have to just be on your soft copy. And if you're going on soft copy, you need to put away, like you need to abstain from social media notifications that will distract you. Sometimes I detect my WhatsApp, detect my Facebook, because I know that I have bigger things on my hands than social media engagement. And pressure from unnecessary meetups, we're having picnic, we're going out, we're going to the beach, we're going to the bar beach, I'm going to the spa, kiniko, come out for cultural kiniko. Please.
You have to be focused.
The things on my hand are bigger than those things. So yes, intentional discipline will really help you a lot. It's not everybody you should visit. It's not every clique you should join. Many persons are under the pressure of being among. I don't want to be left behind. So in the bid to be all those things, to be among all the meetings, all the loudness, all the noise, they miss out from the main reason why they are in school. And at the point when it was getting to me, I knew I have to cut it off.
Did you have mentors or leaders who helped to guide you through your academic journey?
Yes, I had mentors who helped me, particularly one who helped me a lot. Like, from every step, whenever he looks at my results, he'll be like, Esther, this is good, but you have to keep aiming for up. Aiming for up. Be aiming for up. He never let me settle on my feet, like, always on my toes. Esther, you will come like, Esther, it's good that you've gotten this now, like a first class, it's so good. This shows you that your goal is very positive. But you should know that it's no time to rest. Until you've gotten it, you have not gotten it. Keep working hard. And at some time, it puts pressure on me. But I'm grateful for all of it now. Wow. Like right now, I'm grateful for all the pressure it's put on me. Don't sleep. You're joking. Somebody passed you, like, So another thing, I had my pastor. My pastor will call me and say, I'm looking at you, look at me and say, this is good. You have to be looking up to people like you that, are bringing you up. The encouragement from here and there that you're not alone. We will be proud of you if you do this. You will make the church proud. Like my church was at my back. Sometimes it felt very lonely. But hearing these things, like when you hear about proud of you, are rooting for you, are praying for you as you are serving God, you're focused, just continue. Sometimes the encouragement will not be there. You feel so alone. But my mentors here and there, those words from time to time when I heard it really helped me a lot. Yes. So I had mentors. And that mentor I had was, I think, when I was the academic director of my departmental fellowship and of my church. Trying to keep up with the responsibilities, would always tell me, you can do this. We're still looking up to you. We're still rooting for you. Your story would help those that are coming behind. So all these persons, they were not so much. Not like the way I'm saying persons, like thinking that there were a crowd of them. No, there were not much. 1, 2, my pastor, all really helped.
Wow. Wow. And guess what? Your story is not helping others.
Glory to God.
So the person was right.
Yes, they were right.
Would you like to mention their names?
Yes, I would mention Monsieur Bright. Yes, Monsieur Bright helped me a lot from my 100 level days because he also did my course. So when I was 100 level, it was in 400 level. If I don't mention him, he's a honorable mention. I would mention his name. Monsieur Bright Ogale Efiaduna. This is a shout out to you, sir. Thank you very much for all your labor of love in my life. Thank you so much.
So looking back now, what do you think God was teaching you through all those challenges and tough times?
One thing I would say that God taught me, like through my university years, you are not too less to become. You are not too little to become. Yes, when I was in secondary school, my secondary school was a very big motivation for me. I was in the arts class. People label the art students as people that are not serious. They all right. They labeled us as we're not serious, no ambition. You know, the science students, even if you are still in the lab, science students, even if they just had a practical and there are so many chemicals and things, they'll be like, cannot relate.
I understand.
They come in the mind that you cannot relate.
It's like if you're brilliant, you should be in science.
If you were brilliant, you should be in science. And I was quite serious to the point that people thought that I was a science student. When I met my clear friends, I moved mainly with science students. My clear friends was like, because we're in Bible club together. So it was like, it was giving that kind of notion in my ears. I was so pained. I was like, what do you mean? it got to the wrong place in my heart. But I told myself, I wanted to be among the high flyers. I want to be, I didn't know exactly aim for first class, but I just wanted to be somebody I'll be proud of.
Yeah.
The inferiority complex around me was so much. So God taught me that once you place your mind to becoming something, you will definitely become that thing. Many persons have been so caged with inferiority complex that they feel that I can only get here. You see that top, I can't get there. I can only get here. But you see those names, those big names, those special things, I'm not among them. No first class is for those that no. We know, we are still coming up. That mentality, that mindset is mediocrity. God pulled me out of it. That for someone who will hardly believe in herself, who will not be among the first 10 or first 20, to becoming someone that will be among the top 4. Out of about 200, I was among the top 4, first class. It was rare. If you ask me, J3, I wouldn't really believe it. When I was in SS2, I was thinking, will I get admission fast? Will I get my other ones already in school? I was like, hi, sir. I did not believe that it would come. And it turned out to be a first class. So God taught me that, Esther, you are not too little to become great. If you put your mind to it, if you cooperate with me, I would make you what you are meant to be. And whenever I look at my university days, I'm like, so Esther, even right now, if you pursue this, you can become. So this is my news to others. You should learn from what God taught me during my university days. You're not too little to become. You tell yourself, I can do this. I want to do it. And you put up your mind to it. And you cooperate with God. Okay. You need the backing of God. Pastor Abioye said, if you don't have a sender, he will send you back. So if you have God's backing with you, and you put your mind to it, you are not too little to become great. You are not too little to become the person that works with Tinubu or with Donald Trump. You are not too little to become the next Charlie Kirk who will make a name that will turn the world around. You are not too little to become the Martin Luther King of our time. You are not too little to become whatever you put your mind to. I struggled a lot with inferiority complex. Moving through my university days and becoming a first class student, God taught me that.
And now you can see the boldness. Can we say the superiority complex?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Glory to God! I really thank God for that. Not me at all.
Powerful, a powerful story indeed.
Thank you.
So, what will you say to Christian students who feel torn apart, confused between balancing spirituality and academic activities? What will you say to that student out there listening to you right now?
Okay. First of all, I would say this. Many students, in the aim of being very intelligent, in the aim of meeting up with the demands of the academic life, they tend to sideline their spiritual life. They tend to say, if I not become a worker now, they'll not give me. I made the kind of saying it in school because I was in 40 level. I had people that were in 100 level, 200 level that were, under. They were like, if they give me, I don't want to become an escort. I don't want to join the choir. I want to get first class. I want to join. I don't want to be GC. I don't want to be agency. I want to just focus on my academics and get first class. It is possible to focus on your academics and get and work for God and still be a first class student.
Wow.
When you serve God, God will pay you. God is not a cheat. When I was in school, I was saying, what if God now want to test me now? Test my love for him. And this course, he gives me an F. Yesterday that God they're having a deal with God. And they got F because they're having a deal. I was like, if God do that to me, hey, we lifestyle. When I'm brethren, the thoughts tormented me. It never happened. I never got an F. I never got a carryover. Wow. God is too faithful. Even if maybe you're having struggles like that, He would be the one that will carry you out of it. So my advice to them, let me not even go to small stories. It is possible to balance your spiritual life, your academics, and become the best that you wish to become. It is very possible. You don't have to compromise. You don't have to join the world. You don't have to leave the church. You don't have to leave the fellowship of the brethren for you to become a high flyer. Yes, that's my message. Please, I've heard about the stories too much. Too much. It is very downcasting. You can. Nobody should tell you cannot. Say because I was a GC, workers meeting, use that. Or because the demands are too much, I cannot. It is possible. It is very possible.
Wow, powerful. What will you say to the person out there battling depression, facing intimidation? What will you say to the person out there?
So the person battling with depression, intimidation
in the academic journey.
Okay, in the academic journey.
Yeah.
Yes. First of all, I want to ask, are you born again? Do you know God for yourself? If you are born again, grow in God. Why did I switch slightly to spiritual? There are some kind of emotions that we as humans go through that physical logic cannot explain. Physical logic cannot explain. Therapy may not be able to get to the point. But you see, when you begin to see yourself in the light of God, when you begin to hear God's word for yourself, when you wake up in the morning, having your quiet time, and you're hearing what God thinks about you, depression will use the window to fly out of your life. When you have been intimidated, and by the way, something happened and I felt so downcast. When I heard what God thought about me, I had to raise my head. So when you have your own personal relationship with God, alongside with your academics, yes, don't sideline God. When depression comes, go back to God. And sometimes you need to speak up. Don't isolate yourself. Solitude and self-isolation, they are two different things. Self-isolation is detrimental. Solitude will build you, but self-isolation, you should know when to speak out. You are going through depression, you feel like killing yourself. Whenever you are alone, that's it. Go and meet someone who is spiritually matured, that can assist you, that can counter you, that can speak the word of life into you and pull you out of that level of depression. Then if you have been intimidated, your relationship with God needs to stand out. You need to know what God says concerning you. Be close to His word. It will build up your self-esteem. It will build up your mindset. That when you are standing before people, they want to pull you down with their words. Oh, you don't know it. You look at them and with the mindset that I know what I'm saying, I know who I am, I know where I'm standing. Yes, so that's it.
Well, thank you very much for that.
Thank you very
And I
much,
believe
sir.
someone out there needs to hear this. I'm sure you have a final word to our general audience. So what would that be?
Well, my final word, I've said a lot, sir. I've said a lot, and I feel the final word is scattered all around. But summary of everything, I'd say never sideline the God factor. You can easily hear how to align your study life from anywhere.
Mm.
I don't even think that's the main purpose of this, because we hear a lot of how to balance our study life. But why many persons try to balance their study life, they sideline God, they sideline the God factor. God is not involved in their journey. They enter into so many compromises that pulls them out of track with God. In your academic journey, never sideline God. The God factor comes first, very foremost before the academic pursuits, even in itself. The God factor, your communion with God, comes first. It's the secret to every door. Every door.
What an inspiring journey, Miss Esther. Your story reminds us that faith is not a limitation. It's actually a launching pad. And we're actually grateful for the opportunity given to us to interview you. We are really appreciative of that. And we are glad to have you here to share your story with the entire world.
Thank you very much. It's really a honor and a privilege. Premif Academy, I am grateful. Thank you so much.
So there you have it. This guy tell them to subscribe so they can get to first class.
All right. Subscribe to Premif Academy. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram. Join us for more inspiring content where you'll be motivated to achieve all the God-given potentials that has been embedded in you. God bless you.
So there you have it from a first class graduate. If you want to graduate in first class, do what she says. Subscribe to Premif Academy and share this video with your friends, your loved ones, and then to meet again next time. Bye for now.